Hi, listeners.
Chatty Chappies.
Here we are again.
Chatty Chappies.
Chatty Chappies.
Chatty Chappies.
Chatty Chappies.
Brian and Andrew on
Chatty Chappies.
Thank you for turning on Chatty Chappies.
So, hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah, and you?
Yeah, I'm not doing too badly.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've just done our Chatty Chappies.
Yes, it's a while. I did one. I think it was about 4 or 5 months ago. I did one, and there's been things happening, of course, with both of us. But here we are. We're back.
We're back.
And I'll tell you what I wanted to say to you, Andrew, was I'd got hold of the old
Scots Magazine.
Scots Magazine here, and there were some interesting things in here that I thought, unprompted, because you haven't seen this, there's quite a few things that we've talked about in the past. So the Scots Magazine is actually looking at Highland stuff. And look, here's one here. Findhorn.
Okay. Now, is it the whole village of Findhorn, or?
It's both. It mentions the village, and it mentions the foundation.
The foundation. Yeah.
So there we are.
So some fantastic pictures there of Findhorn, and for those of you that remember, we did an outside broadcast last summer.
Yes, that'll be 23.
23, yeah.
I think it was 23.
Summers ago now.
Yeah.
We did one about the car show at Brodie Castle.
Oh, yes.
Which I think is also mentioned in here. And then we went down to Findhorn.
Yep. What's that one there? Is that Brodie?
That looks like Brodie Castle to me.
Brodie Castle?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, lots
so
of stuff.
2 places that we've been. And now the Northern Islands.
Just yesterday, I was at somewhere that we also talked about.
Now, what was that?
Well, I was at Channery Point.
Yep.
And I was standing by the memorial stone to the Bran Seer.
Yep.
Who we talked about in one of our chats. And you just stood there and thought about the awfulness of what was done to that poor man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And despite the rescue aspect, it was too late, wasn't it? The man that came on his horsey to try and save him.
Aye.
But terrible thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve that.
So that was another one.
Yeah, Channery Point. Yeah, I don't know if we've actually talked about it, but another page in here is talking about the Clootie Wells.
Aye.
And there's the Clootie Well along in the Munlochy Way.
Yes.
From Tor roundabout. And there's a Clootie Well in Culloden Woods.
Yes, St Mary's Well.
St Mary's Well.
Yes.
Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the same folklore, I think, is connected with them both.
Yeah.
And now, for those of you who don't know, cloot or clootie is a Scots word for cloth. And the idea is that you tie a bit of cloth.
Yep.
And you make a wish. And when the cloth rots away, your wish will come true.
Wow.
So it's folklore, superstition, some pre-Christian beliefs and from Celtic and Pictish times. That still there today. Not everybody likes the Clootie Well. Some people have found it quite an emotional place or a difficult place to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clootie Well. And the St Mary's Well, that's a bit of a history as well, isn't it?
Yes.
That area.
Yes, across in Culloden Woods.
Yeah.
Now, I must admit, I don't know it. I've never come across the well itself.
Oh, right.
I've been up in Culloden Woods a few times,
Yeah,
but I've never actually come across it, so I
yeah.
don't know.
It's not so spectacular as the one in Monlockey.
Monlockey, yeah,
But the story is that the forces, uh, well, the forces that were against the Jacobites, they murdered some soldiers in that area
right.
after the battle.
After the battle,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, in the teens of people were murdered.
yes,
It's shocking.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's all a bit kind of negative, isn't it? But
yeah.
that's the Clutie Wells here
In
in
the
the
Highlands.
Scots Magazine.
Now, I don't know whether or not this takes place in other parts of Scotland or in the, like in the say Wales or
Yeah.
in some areas of England, where there's this
Mm.
folklore belief.
I think there's certainly a lot of Clutie Wells. In fact, I mentioned the Clutie Well in my last book.
Did you?
Yeah, it was almost a glorious day. You can get it on Amazon.
Okay, little advert there.
Yeah. So, and here's an article here about Burhead and the Pictish mysteries. And my understanding is that there's been a big find last summer
Okay,
and
at Birdhead.
at Burhead,
Aye.
and they feel that the Pictish village was more a Pictic city.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
because it's right down on the point.
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to, I think, something that we
Yeah.
talked about
Uh-huh.
before. The civilization of this part of the world, from Scandinavia,
Mm-hmm.
the Northern Isles of Scotland, northern Scotland, down through the Hebrides,
Yeah.
down as far as the Isle of Man,
Mm-hmm.
and also down the North Sea coast. So, and places like Lindisfarne
Mm-hmm.
and York, that were all influenced by the Vikings,
Yeah.
and we,
They were in Wales, the Vikings,
yes,
and they were on the other side of Russia.
yes,
They would carry the boats across the land.
yes,
Oh,
like you don't associate Vikings and the Black Sea and
no,
the
amazing.
Eastern Mediterranean,
Yeah.
but it's amazing the traveling that, like, seaways
Yeah.
were highways.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get any distance, you sailed. You didn't walk, or
Yeah.
you had,
Mm-hmm.
so the sea traffic in 6,000 years ago was huge.
Yeah.
Because if you know about Skara Brae in Orkney,
Oh yes.
yeah, the village that was rediscovered
Yeah.
about 150, 160 years ago.
Yeah. And
The
it dates.
timeline,
Yeah.
that there were people living there before the pyramids were being built in Egypt.
Yeah.
And you've got, all these places with standing stones and stone circles and
Yeah.
Callan on Lewis.
Mm. So it's good to be back. Have you any plans with the Chatty Chappies here?
Well,
What we're going to do?
well, here we are talking
We're
about
back.
all,
Yeah.
our ancestry.
Oh yes, we could do
Yes,
that. Yeah, in the future. Yeah.
Yes, we've
Yeah. So
talked about family members and
yeah.
yeah,
So there you go.
Scots.
Scots Magazine.
A wee advert for the Scots Magazine.
Lots. Very interesting. And I think it's time for a cup of coffee.
I think it's time for a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
It's good to be back.
Okay, folks. See you. Take care.
You were listening to another program of Chatty Chappies.